I realized when I first got sick that I was completely different than everybody else, and there was this huge barrier between us. And I was facing death. I was very ill. I missed a lot of things at school. Every day you have to make a choice that you're going to live with this the best you can. Choose to embrace the life you do have.
Heidi's the best thing that ever happened to me. At the time we got married, I was the healthy one, and I didn't know she was going to end up being an example of how to deal with crisis and pain and suffering and so forth. And so she really kind of blazed that trail for me. I have a liver disease called primary sclerosing cholangitis, and I had a liver transplant back in 1994. And I'm probably going to have another one in a couple years because the disease has come back.
He has shown such grace and dignity and courage, and he's remarkable.
I'm a diabetic, and I had shoulder surgery a month and a half ago.
Sometimes we have to be careful not to take inventory, because if we take inventory, we get too scared of all those balls that could come crashing down.
They live life together as best as they possibly can, raising Christian in a loving family. They have fun together. They love each other very, very much.
Heidi is probably a model for the type of person who lives with pain and discomfort. She's had at times active arthritis. She has had secondary muscular type pain, which is quite common in people with lupus and other rheumatic problems. She's also had bad jaw problems, and that has been a source of quite significant pain, including headaches.
And the fact that she's still able to go to work and still be a mom and cook and just do all the stuff she does for our family is just, it's miraculous.
She tells me I will not honor pain. It's not honored in her home, it's not honored in her workplace. Heidi believes in life.
She is a person who, in the midst of chaos, projects calm and has learned, I think, to live with her pain and be a highly, highly productive, even motivating type of person.
I don't know exactly what makes her tick. It's a lot of things. Her will to survive, more so her will to achieve.
She's got accomplishments in every arena, you know, whether you want to talk about family, about just being able to give birth when she wasn't supposed to be able to do that, to her work with the Minnesota Lupus Foundation.
Heidi was the executive director of the foundation. She has run a nonprofit organization from a relatively small, maybe even struggling organization to a very impressive model organization.
No one knows how difficult it is to get dressed, get going. Sometimes I have to sit in the bathtub to, just to get my bones going. And it's like I've climbed a mountain and then I start work.
If I were forced to name a person who, really was hero material to me, it would be her. She's supporting me by being here.
She brings joy to so many people, even in a horrible situation. She always tries to find the fun.
Pain and suffering does not mean you're not going to have a fulfilling, good, joyful life.
The joy in her face when she laughs, it just blesses me.
She's got a magnetic, I call it a neon type of personality.
Diversion is a marvelous drug. You can feel sick and be at home all by yourself, or you can feel sick and be at a movie. If I stayed home because I felt lousy, I wouldn't have such a good life. There's beauty in my life. There's incredible beauty.
She's passionate about art and music. She's passionate about learning.
I love a challenge, and I live and fight for my family and friends.
It would be easier to give up, and she refuses to do that.
I hope when I die and go to heaven, God will say, good job.
It's a very tough, uncertain time right now with my health. She's acting as if she's the healthy one in the family, but the reality is that with her illness, she could get very seriously ill at any point in time.
She's lived a long time with the illness that she's had. And I know that she's looking at her life and her marriage with Brad and looks at Christian, and she wants to be around.
You know, the odds have been stacked against her and our family for so long that we don't look at odds anymore. Care and compassion is what Heidi is all about. She's just one of those truly good people.
I love my life. Even though I wouldn't wish it on anybody, I love my life.